Hi, everybody. We're going to do lesson 815. We're getting toward the end here, so just bear with me. Okay, so this is called zeros, roots, solutions, x-intercepts of quadratic functions. So that seems like a lot, except for the fact that they all mean the same thing. So we've learned everything we're going to do today. We're just going to kind of put it all together. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is review the types of ways that you can solve a quadratic equation algebraically. Whoop. One is factoring. Okay, and within that, it was GCF, and it was trinomials, which was the X method. Okay, all right, next we learned how to do it by square roots, taking the square roots. Number 3, we learned completing the square. And number 4, we did quadratic formula. Okay, so write these down. Does anybody remember the quadratic formula? Okay, it's x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So you can write that out as a reminder also. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to solve a couple of equations in two ways. We're going to do it algebraically and graphically, and we're going to compare. Okay, so the first equation we're going to do is x squared minus 8x plus 7 equals 0. Now we are going to factor this using the x method, okay? So what we're going to do is take the last number and put it in the top of the x, and the middle number, put it in the bottom of the x. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to find two numbers that multiply to be 7, but add or subtract to be negative 8. Okay? All right, so 7 times 1 is 7. It's a prime number, so it's the only thing it could be. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. But we want a negative 8, so you just change the signs of everything, and that fixes it. Now, negative 7 times negative 1 equals positive 7. Negative 7 plus negative 1 is negative 8. So we write our factors, we double bubble, write our factors as x minus 7 and x minus 1. We break those factors in half and set each equal to 0. So x minus 7 equals 0. X minus 1 equals 0. And we solve each little equation here. So if I add 7 to both sides of this one, I get x equals 7. If I add 1 to both sides of this, I get x alone, and x equals 1. Okay? That's algebraic. I'm just going to move this up a little bit. Okay. So now I want to do it graphically. The way that you would see this is y equals x squared minus 8x plus 7. Okay, so if you see, I'm going to go back down. You see this one? It was equal to 0. These are called solutions. They're also called zeros. Okay, it's where y equals 0. So the zeros of the function. All right, so now we're going to go here and we are going to make a table. Now I already got the table from the calculator. So you would hit y equals and then second graph to look at the table, to see the table. So I'm going to write down what the table looks like. 0, 2, 3. Something's weird. Hold on. Okay, I found my little mistake. I'm just going to erase this. Sorry. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just took all the points from the table that will fit on my graph. So it's 0, 7, it's 1, 0, it's 2, -5, 3, -8, 4, -9, 5. Hold on. Right, 5, -8, 6, -5, 7, 0, and 8, 7. All right, now I'm doing this like you're going to have to do it because I don't think it's fair that I use graph paper and you don't. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make an X and Y axis. X, Y. We're just kind of estimating here. So 0, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the highest one. And what's the lowest? -9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we're going to be going out from 0 to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the furthest we're going to have to go. All right, so this is how we're going to estimate this. Or sketch it, as they say. Sketch. So 0, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 0. 2, -5. Around there. 3, -8. 4, -9. 5, -8. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -5. 7. Oh, this got a little messy. All right, I'm going to move it over a little. 7, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and 8, 7. So that would be up here again. All right, now I'm sketching this, so it might not be exact, but we're just making a parabola. Ah! Sorry, I do messy parabolas. Okay, so we've been talking about the axis of symmetry. I'm just going to draw it here. And that would be x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Yep, x equals 4. It's concave up. So the bottom here, you have a bottom. All right, your vertex is 4, -9. Remember, the vertex is the bottom of the parabola. Okay, so those are the couple of things we learned. But we want to talk especially today about the roots, okay, or the zeros. So that's called the x-intercept. And this is called an x-intercept. So the question is, where did the graph go through the x-axis? Well, it went through at x equals 1, and it went through at x equals 7. Now, I want you to go back to your algebraic one, okay? So, let's just notice. You see here, x equals 7, x equals 1. See here, x equals 1, x equals 7. Order does not matter. So, one way and the other way, meaning algebraically and graphically, it means exactly the same thing. You can do it either way, okay? What happens is on tests, if you were taking tests on the Regents, they would tell you solve this algebraically or solve it graphically. Okay, but you would be able to do it either way. You either factor and solve or you graph and solve. So let's see. Oh, I'm at 10 minutes. I guess that's all we're doing. All right, so make sure you copy this down. You can take a picture and send this in as your notes. You don't have to do any on your own because we're at 10 minutes, okay? Have a great day.